Is it going?
Yeah.
Are you sure it is going?
Yes.
Double check.
They got the red light.
Damn, you don't trust your brother?
No, we gotta double check. We can afford
Don't nobody trust Julian.
First 20 seconds ain't gonna do shit.
Can't nobody trust, because he a woman beater. That's why we can't trust him.
Damn, you a woman beater?
What the fuck?
Stop it.
Ignorant stuff.
I'm tired of this bitch.
Where's my money?
Woman, I'm tired of your shit.
So what we watching?
Black people can't be racist.
Counter argument.
By counter arguments.
Comedian Paul Mooney did an interview on Real Black TV, and during this interview, it was mentioned to Mr. Mooney that apparently some people think that he's a racist.
That I'm racist? Well, that's very funny. I can't be racist by definition. Look that up in the white folks dictionary. How can I be racist? I've never told anyone where to live. I've never told anyone what kind of jobs to have. I've never kept anyone from going to a school, out of a restaurant, or drinking from a fountain. I've never lynched anybody. So how can I be racist? How can I be racist? By definition, I can't be racist. I can't be, by definition. Look up the definition of racism.
Since there are multiple dictionary definitions for the term racism, let's try to cover all the bases. One
Wait, this guy
simply
white?
enough states that it's the
So we're
belief
learning
that
this from a
some
white guy.
races of people are better than others.
Not
Another
learning it.
rather simple definition is
It's really nothing to learn here. He's not teaching anything.
He's
or
presenting,
discrimination, which relates to the definition
you know,
or
he's
treatment of or
presenting
violence
racism
against
still
people
from.
Well, he's
because
trying
of
to.
their race.
Right.
A more interesting definition
The
is
average
the
white
belief
man's
that
perspective on
race
racism.
is the primary
Yes, that's-
determinant of human traits,
person
but
who
perhaps
doesn't
the most
experience
popular
racism.
definition
Well, it's not that
is
they don't
the
experience
hatred or
racism, it's just that they don't
intolerance of
understand
another
what they're
race or
experiencing.
races, which
No,
is to
no,
say,
as an
can't
experience
based on
doesn't
race.
like- it's not
There's nothing
they're
to
not
suggest
oppressed
that
by
these
it.
definitions do not apply
Nor do
universally.
they-
So either Mr.
Pause,
Mooney
pause,
is
pause.
mistaken.
We can pause every time. Like when we start talking, just pause.
So,
So
I don't understand, like, who's the person?
poor treatment for violence against people of their race. He just put up all the little definitions. He was talking about it while we were talking. I believe that one race is primarily determinant of humans. Okay, the belief that some races of people are better than others. Black people definitely do that.
We have all the evidence.
But the other one, some of the other ones, poor treatment of, but yes, biologically, that's definitely can be a thing. Race-based prejudice or discrimination, poor treatment of other, or violence against people. And basically what you're saying is that that us as black people can't oppress people. We can't discriminate and use the discrimination to oppress other people. Because we don't have the power, we don't have the money, we don't have the majority of the money, the majority of the control, the media presence. That's what you're trying to say, right?
That's part of that.
What else? What's the other part of it?
I'm curious, before I go into that, let's just see what more he has to say. It's kind of early for me to break down.
Well, I'll tell you one thing is, like, as far as this whole thing is concerned, because I watched this already, and the counter arguments guy completely fucks up his argument within the first 2 minutes of the video by not even drawing the comparison between the things he's listing and the things Paul Mooney listed as far as what determines what is and what isn't racist.
Well, I want to know when black people in history bombed white neighborhoods, bombed white churches, because they were white.
Right.
I want to know when black people were going into white neighborhoods and fighting white people purely because they were not white. Now, I'm not talking about retaliation of things that have already been done to them because of their race.
Yeah.
That's not racism. Retaliating somebody who's attacking you is not racism.
No, that's
It's retaliation.
It's pretty irresponsible to even call that racism.
I mean,
but what?
Yeah. What I don't think they mean by groups so far. Maybe they mean like.
Well, see, this guy would have no argument at all if he was just trying to prove Paul Mooney was racist. That's all I'm getting out of this so far.
Or we're missing something. Or both. So just for the sake of argument, let's get a second opinion. Another version of this argument can be found in the 2014 motion picture, Dear White People. There is a scene in this film in which the main character, a biracial college student named Samantha White, is told by the dean that her college radio show is racist. Imagine how that went down.
Black people can't be racist. Prejudice, yes, but not racist. Racism describes a system of disadvantage based on race. Black people can't be racist since we don't stand to benefit from such a system.
If you'd rather not take it from a comedian or a fictional college student in a movie, take it from author and academic Michael Eric Dyson.
Racism presupposes the ability to control a significant segment of the population economically, politically, and socially by imposing law, covenant, and restriction on their lives. Black people ain't had no capacity to do that. Can we be bigoted? Yes. Can we be prejudiced? Yes. Racist? No.
According to Mooney, White, and Dyson, black people cannot be racist.
More
the crux of this
condescending music.
argument is that in the United States of America, black Americans, in general, have less institutional power than white Americans, in general. So since black people cannot exercise otherwise racism through these institutions, they cannot exercise racism at all.
Okay, so this was the part that started getting me fucking upset. Because you literally just acknowledged all of the significant factors it takes to actually, fuck a people over.
Yeah, yeah.
But then you completely sweep all that shit under the rug just to say, well, black people can do this too.
Well, here's my thing.
Waiting.
I'm going to ignore the institutionalism thing, the institutionalizations and all that stuff, because
I'll do that to give them some help.
Let's
ignore the institution.
Well, the institutionalized part is not as important to me because he's still saying, well, black people can get these institutions and then they can be racist or whatever else. But once again, we still have to go back to the fact that at no point in time did black people go, you're white, fuck you. Purely because you were white, fuck you.
Yeah.
It was because white people were like, hey, get on these boats.
And then when you can't say like, all right, you ostracize me from financial and social and including into, to financial prosperity and all that in politics, and then I create my own, and then I say, no, you can't now. No, you can't sit down with us. That's not racist. Like, you excluded us first. So that couldn't be racist. So even by that. But is it I'm trying to go with the dictionary.
I was trying to build ourselves up. Like when we had Jet Magazine and when we owned BET, black people don't. There is no black person on owning BET. When we started making our own institutions, then they were like, "Oh, that's racist." But you can't just have
that's a recent thing.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I do think that there should be white people in Jet Magazine and on BET. I think there should be that one every now and then. That one token every now and then, maybe two. We need to do it the same way they do it. Be fair.
Somebody robbing Eminem every day. Like,
I'm tired of seeing Vanilla Ice, man.
Shit, Robin Thicke, Eminem, and maybe the occasional Justin Bieber.
Vanilla Ice ain't even relevant no more. Why they keep having him in here?
He's the honorable black nigga. Black white nigga.
Yeah, but that's my thing is that we could have practiced things a different way, but then when we have stuff like that, they're like, "Why are you? This is racist." But it's like, okay, so out of the 2 black people that you'll have in your magazine, whatever magazine it may be, and out of the year, we have maybe 10 to 20. This is 10 to 20 people who are making more money than they would have been waiting on your fucking magazine. Mm-hmm. But you're saying it's racist? No, it's feeding some damn body. But it's racist. What the fuck? You're racist because you're trying to get people from not being able to eat. Because if we would practice the same, let's say we had Jet Magazine and it had the same practices as any other magazine. 1 million white people in that bitch. Yeah. Now, these same black people are not eating. They can't, they could get another job. Why do they have to, so why don't those white women or whatever models get those jobs? Get a different fucking job, if that's the case. Mm-hmm.
I mean, none of that conversation is directed towards them. You know what I mean?
But just the fact of having something yourself is racist. Then you need to go to China and Japan and tell them their television channels are racist.
Oh, another thing to keep. Exactly.
Because who is in control of China and Japanese media? China is in control of Chinese media. Japan is in control of Japanese media.
Who's in control of America's media? White people.
Even though it's supposed to be the melting pot, but on average, you'll see maybe one white, one black person. Mm-hmm. On average, you'll see maybe there weren't white people, there weren't black people.
It's already been said by people who are professionals in the industry that black families on TV, black main characters, female protagonists, Asian characters playing Asian roles is just not appealing.
To who though?
Exactly. That's what makes it.
There's also been proven. There's a science and study that. ABC also reported it, that they did a test on I guess you can test the esteem, or at least self-importance and ego, psychologically, that TV kind of increases the esteem of the white male and decreases it of the black female the most.
Well,
then there's ranges in between that. You know what I'm saying? That media does that, as in you see.
And you know they do studies on that. They have psychologists who people have always done studies, so you can't sit here and say, oh, but that's something that people who make videos like this, these people who make these arguments like this, they don't look at all of the angles, and then they call their fucking channel counter argument.
Well, do you want to know why that is? You want to know why that is? Because this is my whole thing about psychology. A psychologist's job isn't really to evaluate your mental health. It is to make sure that the Kool-Aid you're drinking is taking effect. That's the job of a psychologist to me.
It depends because you're talking. You have
not on an individual basis, but I'm talking about industry wise.
Especially if they.
That's why that industry
is psychiatrists.
Yeah,
there's psychologists and there's psychiatrists.
You know, the one that I just described.
Do you want medicine or do you want
intellectual help?
Intellectual help. Yeah. I mean, for the most part, they help
mental
you.
State and shit like that. Yeah.
Many of them help you work through whatever it is, or help you. Even if they don't help you actually solve a problem, they help you identify a problem.
Oh, I'm talking about the unpaid interns. I'm talking about niggas who think they psychologists on this. Like, everybody has a psychology degree for some. I don't even know where all this shit comes from. Everybody has a master's in English. Everybody has a fucking psychology degree. This is who I'm talking about. The guy in the YouTube comment section who will go along with that shit and make sure that everyone is drinking the same Kool-Aid he's drinking because they just want to fit in. You know what I mean? They want to fit in. They want to make sure that they are all thinking the same exact fucking way. All right? That's what I'm talking about.
I think a lot of people actually need psychologists.
No, actual psychologists that are passionate about what they do. It's like, fuck.
All right.
You see, no one is arguing that black people can't do any of these things. The argument is that if/when they do them, we just shouldn't call it racist. We should call it something else.
He's trying to create a double standard here.
Prejudice. MTV's Francesca Ramsey illustrates this argument as to why black people can't be racist in spite of what the dictionary has to say.
If you want to understand racism, you need to talk sociology. And
I'm sorry, we didn't get very far in the video.
No, we're like 3 minutes, 20 seconds in.
So basically what he's saying is he doesn't understand what the fuck they're saying. He's an idiot.
Okay, so if you look at this comment section and you see the direction that I started to turn people, because I was nice. Normally I'm a fucking ass. Normally I am rude as fuck to people, but I was nice in this one. Huh?
Don't look at me.
I wish you wouldn't do that and distract the flow. No one cares at the end of the day. I've seen people who do worse shit. We ain't being no more professional not looking at the damn camera. Fuck. I just wish you wouldn't.
Go ahead.
No, it took me on the Yeah. No, I'll get back. Hold on.
The people on the comment section.
Oh, yeah, no. The people in the comment section, once I said what I said, I started hearing more of the lines of, this isn't focusing on what it should be focusing on. Mm-hmm. Which is like,
But he misunderstands what they're saying.
Yes.
They aren't saying, because he's saying they wouldn't be this, they would be this, because they are a different thing. No, they are being prejudiced and they are being bigoted. If you hate it, you can learn prejudice. Prejudice is learned.
Yeah.
It is something that is very easy to learn, and it is not always something that is bad to learn.
Yeah.
If you touch fire and it burns you, you gain a prejudice against fire.
Yes, you do.
Not to touch it.
I know I gain a prejudice against getting hit with knives. You know, fire.
Somebody hit you with a stick. Move from stick.
No, there was an interesting scene in whatever cartoon I was watching, and this dinosaur was eating this other dinosaur, this smaller dinosaur, and this caveman was trying not to get eaten by a dinosaur, and he was like, he was moping about it and shit like that.
Well, he learned the prejudice to not be around those types of dinosaurs.
But what we have here, people who would agree with this, yeah, exactly. But people who would agree with this line of thinking, what you just said, are the same people that dinosaur eating the smaller dinosaur are going, Hey man, it's the circle of life. What's your problem with getting eaten? Nigga, I have a prejudice against getting eaten. Is this affecting you? Did I hurt your feelings?
Just because it's the circle of life doesn't mean I'm trying to be next.
Yeah, I have a survival instinct and I'm catering to that. You mind me leave me alone?
That's my problem. Like, I've had this conversation kind of sort of with somebody, and there was like, with capitalism, and they were like, well, capitalism just represents the circle of life, the big man on the totem pole, women win that. Well, shit, I'm trying to fight that shit. If capitalism is fair, if it's a free capitalism and it is fair game, then that means that you, as the low man on the totem pole, has an equal opportunity to become the next motherfucker, the big kahuna, if you will.
Exactly, flip that fucking totem pole.
Exactly.
No. That brings me on a whole nother tangent, which I'll get on later, like some other time. But white people and they fucking philosophies that justify bullshit.
Well, I mean, just stop talking about it. People, I mean, it's not that they want you to do any better or anything. They don't want you to do any better. It's
no, they just want you to play the game.
It's not even that they don't want you to do better. It's just they don't want to hear about it. They want you to shut the fuck up.
They want you to, no.
They want to. You can do what you do. Mm-hmm. Just do it in silence.
Right.
Like real G's.
It's just like playing a board game like Monopoly or something like that. No one wants to hear you complain about how cheap the rules are. They want you to take your turn quietly.
Even though to complain, you might need to get something done. You might have to complain or voice what you need to be heard.
Address the rules or something.
Exactly.
Like that.
If somebody's cheating, you address the rules.
There's a lot of this video, and I don't want to give him too much attention, but we definitely gotta just go to the key points of the bullshit. Man, let me just state it early, because I was going to wait for it, but I have to state it now. That when even by the definition of racism, black people aren't racist. Yeah, one of the first ones is black people, not black people, that you feel superior. Black people, even the conscious community, does not feel superior to white people. And here's how you know. If you felt superior, we wouldn't constantly, when we get money, move out of the black neighborhoods to a white neighborhood if we felt superior. If we felt superior, we wouldn't spend money on white businesses if we felt superior. If we felt superior, we wouldn't constantly want to look up or learn other white European languages like Spanish and French, or want to go to European places when we don't, as majority of us,
or just completely dissociate ourselves from black people.
We don't want to go to African countries or stuff like that. We want to go to European. Mm-hmm. If we felt superior, majority of our black men wouldn't want to not predominantly, but when it comes to the
I wouldn't say it that bad.
When it comes to
martial art, it wouldn't be pugilism, it would be capoeira.
When it comes to interracial dating,
right.
And this isn't in all cases interracial dating, but when it comes to interracial dating, majority of black men go to white women,
and then they shit on black women.
And shit on black women. Mm-hmm. If we felt superior, we would build something for our own. We would aggregate love and wealth amongst our own.
We would at the very least fucking steal it from somebody and claim they didn't come up with it.
You don't feel, there's no such thing as racial superiority on oneself. You have to act on that as a group, or at least as a couple.
I'm trying.
You can say that I feel this way towards black people. Then you have to act that way out, or I feel this way towards my race is superior, or I feel superior because of my race.
And that's
not myself. Black people may feel superior amongst themselves, as in, I accomplished this, I can do that, but they don't feel, even the conscious community, let me tell you why they don't. I'm in a lot of conscious movements, I'm in a lot of, I march and I move and I protest with a lot of conscious people. They may seem like they're conscious or they're pro-black online, but when they pass by that white person, they either fake smile or they look down. Most black people do that shit immediately. They cannot look a white person in the fucking eye, because it's in that little white person, is a little slave in us that makes us feel inferior, generally speaking. Not every person. That we do not want to look a white person in the eye, and even if we do manage to do that, we fake fucking smile. We say hi, whatever, but when we pass by a fucking black person, we mean mug or ignore it, or we just nod our head and keep it moving. We do not feel superior to white people.
Okay, that last part was a little intense, because I have not.
I said generally.
Yeah, I feel no. Look.
When people say general, don't imply yourself.
I know, but it makes me.
Yourself.
No, I'm just saying it makes me question who isn't doing that.
Doing what now?
It's a lot. I I look at what I'm.
No. I'm saying who's the antithesis of who you're generalizing?
I'm talking about the conscious community at this point. I ain't
Okay,
talking about,
no.
I'm not even talking about.
I was
I'm
looking
talking
for-
about the ones that's supposed to be this way.
They
still feel that they put on the front that they don't fuck with white people or
I wasn't trying to talk
that
about
they're
me per se.
anti-white
Yeah.
online or they'll say it around amongst friends.
I wasn't trying to talk about myself per se. I was just trying to figure out who the hell
Because
you're
I
talking
wasn't
about.
even going to go to the police. I would have went to the police. I understand that can be intimidating, but I ain't talking about average white people, not even white police, but average white people.
Just everyday
They
niggas.
look down, they fake smile, but when they pass by a black person, they don't do the fake smile. They don't feel.
Yeah, I was losing
If
it.
if you felt really racially superior when you see another black person, it should put a smile on your face. You're alive, motherfucker. You made it today. Shit, what's up? How you doing?
Well, superior
Now,
generally-
that's me. I am racist because when I see a motherfucking black person, I am ecstatic. Hell yeah, you made it today. But I don't got enough help. I can't really be that racist.
What the fuck? I'm just saying, like a real stance in that you believe that you are superior because of your nationality, race, creed, whatever the fuck, generally comes from not considering other races, creeds, and such a threat.
And if black people can be racist, what year did we become? What year was it?
How many white people still roll up in windows?
Was it the 50s? Couldn't have been then. Okay, maybe when we were being hung and shit. Couldn't have been. All right, when did we stop being hung? Around like late
What do you mean? When did
60s?
we stop being hung?
Hung by trees. When
You mean
When do you mean
When it stopped the
regular
plethora?
basis?
When the
You mean it's
plethora
a regular
of hanging?
basis?
How irregular is murder?
This is what I'm talking about. All right, maybe the 70s.
All right,
wait.
being paraded in the streets.
Okay, fine. When it was fashionable,
What was happening to us in the 70s?
you gotta say that.
All right, when they shut down the Black Panther movement in the 70s. All right, okay, maybe the 80s. Maybe we started being racist in the 80s when they destroyed the Philly MOVE move community, and then put crack cocaine in our neighborhoods. Maybe it was the 90s. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, they just came up with
That's
something
when
more fashionable.
We
to
started
do.
being racist in the 90s.
Oh, 90s when they started the prisoners at a higher rate. They started the war on drugs.
It was in the 2000s.
Well, isn't it also?
We started becoming
when they privatized
racist
prisons
in the
90s.
2000s.
Isn't it also
That's when
very? Isn't it also very ironic too that this is when gangster rap came on the scene?
It was always
Oh, yeah,
there.
let's drive
It was
home
a
the-
balance.
I understand.
It was gangster political.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. But in the late '90s, it was just straight gangster, which drives home the point that we need to
Jews.
fucking arrest these niggas.
Sneak this in. But
Oh no, but because we had lost the control. We had lost control of hip hop in the '80s to white people. So it was just a matter of time. It was like, okay, are we ready to send these niggers to jail? So you drive home the point with that gangster rap. Yeah, they love it. They're gangsters. This is their music, guys.
Gangster.
We white people have nothing to do with this shit. We're not the ones producing
so
these
you're
records.
saying maybe in the 2000s, that's when we became racist. Things got better for us, and then
We
we was
never-
like, you know what? Fuck white people.
Black
What we got
people,
better
black people
for?
in general, black people.
Yeah,
in
better
general-
for 2000s.
Oprah?
2000s, that's when we became racist.
It got better for
After
Auntie Oprah.
400 years of oppression and racial
Uncle Snoop and Auntie
disparity,
Oprah got their shit together, and
She
it
was
ended for everybody else just because they got their.
after 400 years of racial disparity and inequity, socially, politically, judicially, all that, in the 2000s, for only the past 15
I think I
years,
was in the
we've
list.
been racist. Because obviously shit got cool for black people after in 2000.
Oh yeah, no, like I'm living the dream right now. I feel like I'm in white people's shoes now. I'm racist as fuck.
Yes. So, and in fact, I mean, we can play the whole video, and we probably gonna go through more. But I gotta just say that shit now.
No, go ahead. No, because we do need to get. Well, I mean, we're 3 minutes in. We got 6 minutes to go. Let's-
Even if we don't listen to the whole thing,
Yeah.
it's fine, fair use anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, we really
Defines
don't.
racism as a combination of prejudice and power. Well, isn't that just convenient? Let's just ignore what the dictionary says. No, we're not ignoring the dictionary, just going a little deeper. Racism isn't just about individuals, it's about institutional power. Racial prejudice is not cool, but when a person of color discriminates or stereotypes a white person because of their race, in the United States, they don't have the institutional power to back them up and say that those feelings are okay. Institutions are things like schools, government, the military, corporations, and our justice system. All of these things shape how people of color are treated as a group and as individuals.
The prejudice plus power paradigm is the foundation for this argument. Power, however, is a tricky thing to measure. There isn't really a tried and true way of quantifying it.
Again, we're dancing around language. We're dancing around language.
If black people have more power than white people, how would we know? For now, let's just imagine
Are you
that
stupid?
there is a way to
Are you
measure it,
fucking
and that
stupid?
Black Americans would one day in the future have more institutional power than white Americans.
Now he's just
If
illustrating that
happens,
white people.
what happens to this
Oh, we
argument?
fear that you might do what we've done to you for thousands of years, hundreds
No,
of years.
hold on. I'm gonna.
So it only
I'm
can
gonna
work with us.
I'm gonna go exactly. I'm going to go back to this because of that too. Because when I first
I mean,
watched
it's the same thing with men and women, like the whole feminist thing.
Oh yeah, no one wants.
Niggas are men are afraid that women are going to get in power and then do the same shit that they done to them.
Just fuck them up, feminize them, all that good shit. You know?
They're gonna make us.
No, hey, look, let me tell you something right now. No one's thinking about that
Beat
shit.
the fuck out of us.
No one's thinking about that shit.
For one, black people, even the most so-called racist of us, don't daydream about enslaving whites.
They only think about it when they're brought up. First of all, they only think about that
Left
type of
the
shit when it's
fuck
brought up in
alone.
conversation.
That's it. That is the height of black racism, quote unquote, is left the fuck alone.
If you already don't associate with white people, why the fuck would you make it your business once you're empowered to make sure that every waking moment of their lives is full of crap?
Because we never needed white people to be great. White people needed to oppress somebody to be great.
Well, look, you can say that. You can say that.
can't really.
I mean, well, shit. What do you think free labor was? Slavery?
No, I'm getting this.
It's too hot for us to be out in them damn fields now.
Yeah,
I'm gonna eat this again.
it's
They tried with the Native Americans before they tried with the blacks, but the Native Americans was like, hell no.
right.
We dying. Y'all gave us too many sicknesses.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't work this way. We really used to just being chill, mellow.
Yeah, we just kind of let the dice roll.
So, yeah, we dying now. Yes, we can't work out there.
we go
like
with
this.
nature. We go with the flow.
We can't work out here like
Can you
this.
paint with all?
They found us and we was like John Henry ass motherfuckers working all goddamn days.
He still beat that machine. So that's one for black people.
The weirdest shit I've ever did in my life. I need water.
No, but I'm gonna go back to this because it's the fact that this guy put this in this video, which says a lot about
Can we
his
go to
state
like
of
the
mind.
last 5 minutes?
As written,
Oh, yeah, sure.
Right after the right
one day in the future have
Because what's in between, he's just going to keep dancing around language. He's going to go through this whole thing about how context. Basically, he's talking about context for like 5 minutes.
Now, white people can't be racist towards black people? That would make sense if the gist is prejudice plus power.
All right, pause real quick.
By the way, I'm curious about that.
I actually kind of agree with him. No, I agree with him on that one part. I do agree with him. If we were in power and we were being racist, then yes, white people couldn't be racist.
Oh yeah, but let's just go with the highest hypothetical we can think of.
But guess what? We ain't there, are we?
Exactly. Let's just go with the highest. Let me
It's funny how it works on
put
us
in my video.
It's funny how it works on us in an imaginary sense, but it doesn't work on them.
No
in a
offense, Linnell.
literal
No
present
offense, Linnell.
sense.
No offense, Linnell. And people like when somebody says that, they're gonna say some offensive shit. But anyway, no offense, Linnell. But this is the kind of shit I'm talking about.
Offensive now.
Let me put in my counter argument the most grandiose, most busy ass hypothetical I could fucking think of to turn the tables.
Well, here's the thing I'll give you. Most black conscious and pro-black people would not agree with him here. They would be up in arms.
Yeah.
But see, here's the thing. I ain't them. I'm going to agree. He's 100% fucking correct. If we were the ones who were being racist, beating their asses, to dragging them through the streets and being assholes, then no. White people could not be racist. Right. They would just be defending themselves. But guess what? You want to know what I just fucking illustrated?
What?
What's happening to us?
Yeah.
So it only works with us.
No.
In an imaginary sense.
Hold on. It's not
In
even
the fabricated hypothetical sense.
First of all,
we could be racist.
Hold on.
But nah,
First of all,
people in the
first of all, it's not even an us versus them thing. What is being illustrated here is the fact that this dude, counter arguments, is completely delusional. Okay? It doesn't matter who we are, where we come from. This example doesn't really call anyone out. This example doesn't really have anyone take responsibility. It dismisses.
Well, he's not trying to make anybody take responsibility. He's just making an argument.
But black people can't be racist thing does consider
and the fact that it's an argument for one. Here's another problem. I know it's called counter argument. That's his page. That meanwhile, while he has the privilege of arguing.
See, I try not to bring that up with this dude. But you go. You say what you're gonna say. Say what you're gonna say.
He has the privilege of arguing it, while other people have the inequity, the oppression of living it.
Yeah,
and arguing.
Which is shown in these pictures. Here.
oh, like some years ago.
Which is shown in these pictures he's got up.
You could just
years ago, maybe like 5-6 years ago, Ian was like, it might be 4. Ian was like, man, I'm really tired of hearing about this racism stuff. I was like, man, we tired of living it. Ain't you tired of living it? Marcus getting pulled over every day. You ain't did shit but came from work doing this, that, and the other. And Ian has never said it since. In fact, I've said some really fucked up
That's
shit.
because Ian is intelligent.
I've said fucked up shit. I've said some shit that you would say. And Ian's just sitting there like, yeah. He just keep doing what he's doing.
Well,
like, I get it now.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, whatever, I get it. Let me play Pokemon. He don't even
I'm not trying like at this point. Like
Magneto was right.
Ian is intelligent though, and that's why I try not to drag him deep into this